Hello students, welcome you all once again. In this class, presently we will be learning how to calculate CFSE of few complexes. Okay, so revising few points which we have learned in the previous classes. Okay, so look here, the field strength of few ligands is in the order. That is CO greater than Cn minus greater than NO2 minus greater than NH3 greater than F minus greater than Cl minus greater than Br minus greater than I minus and so on. Okay. So this is the field strength of various ligands. This is the order. Fine. Next. And this also we have learned, higher the CFSE value of a complex, higher will be its stability. If a complex has high CFSE value, we say that it is highly stable. And also we also learned the stability of a complex increases with increase in delta O value. And you know what delta O value is. Okay, now taking few examples how to calculate CFSE. The first example which I have taken is K3FeCN6. Okay, so the ligands here are Cn minus ions, central metal is iron. Okay, so in this complex which we have taken, the central metal is Fe whose atomic number is 26. We know that the atomic number of iron is 26. Okay. In this complex, the central metal atom, that is iron, will be in +3 oxidation state. Okay. So Fe is in +3 oxidation state, and that means it contains 5 electrons in d orbital, and these electrons, how they are distributed in presence of strong ligand. So Cn minus is a strong ligand. Okay, we all have learned that about this in the previous classes also. Okay, now in the presence of a strong ligand, that is Cn minus, how the 5 electrons in d orbital are distributed, I have shown here, students. Okay, so this all we have learned, splitting of d orbitals into T2g and Eg orbitals, that I am not going to repeat once again. Okay, so how many electrons are there in d orbital of Fe, which is in +3 oxidation state, students? There are 5 electrons. Okay, and these 5 electrons in the presence of strong ligand, they are distributed in T2g orbitals like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As it is a strong ligand, the electrons doesn't go into Eg. Once all these T2g orbitals are filled, then only they go into Eg. Okay, so these are the 5 electrons present in d orbital, and I have given you a formula how to calculate CFSE also. That is, number of electrons present in T2g orbitals multiplied by minus 0.4 delta O units plus number of electrons in Eg orbitals into 0.6 delta O units. Now, how many number of electrons are there in T2g, students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I am writing here 5 electrons in T2g orbitals into minus 0.4 delta O plus number of electrons in Eg orbitals 0 into 0.6 delta O. Okay, so this becomes 5 into 0.4. How much? 2.0. So minus 2.0 delta O plus 0. It becomes equal to minus 2.0 delta O units. Okay. So CFSE of K3FeCN6. So when we calculate, we get minus 2.0 delta O units in this particular case. Okay, students, clear? Next, moving on to the second example. Here I have taken CrCO6. Okay, this is Cr. Central metal atom is chromium and the ligand is carbonyl group, CO. Okay, now, so in this complex, the atomic number of chromium, which is the central metal atom, is 24, and chromium is present in zero oxidation state. Why? Because carbonyl group is a neutral ligand. And if we observe the number of electrons in d orbital, it contains 6 electrons in d orbital, and distribution of these electrons in presence of strong ligand. Carbonyl group CO is also a strong ligand. Okay, so look at the distribution of the 6 electrons in d orbital. So, as it is a strong ligand, all the 6 electrons are distributed in T2G orbitals like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, coming to the calculation of CFSE of this complex, number of electrons in T2G orbitals. How many are there, students? 6 electrons. So, 6 into minus 0.4 delta O plus number of electrons in EG orbitals. So, 0 into 0.6 delta O units. Okay. Now, 6 into 0.4. How much? Minus 2.4 delta O plus 0, that becomes equal to minus 2.4 delta O units. Okay. So, this is the way how you calculate CFSE of this particular complex, that is CrCO6. Understood? Next, moving on to the third example. Look here. CONH3 6Cl3. Central metal atom is cobalt, ligand is NH3 group. Okay, now the atomic number of cobalt is 27 and it is in +3 oxidation state. If you calculate the oxidation number of cobalt, it will be +3, students. And if you observe the electrons in d orbital, it has 6 electrons, okay, and these electrons are distributed in presence of NH3. See here, NH3 is present in the middle if you observe in the spectrochemical series. So that means it behaves as a strong ligand. There is a condition here. If the coordination number of complexes of the central metal atom is 6, and if the central metal atom is present in +3 oxidation state, then this ammonia acts as a strong ligand. Okay, and if it, coordination number is 6 and if it is in +2 oxidation state, then NH3 behaves as a weak ligand. Try to understand. If coordination number is 6 and if it is in +3 oxidation state, then ammonia behaves as a strong ligand. If the coordination number is 6 and if it is in +2 oxidation state, then it behaves as a weak ligand. Okay, because ammonia has medium field strength. Hence it behaves like this. Okay, and also if coordination number is 4, that means tetrahedral complexes, it is a weak ligand. Okay, students. So here I have mentioned this point. The 6 electrons in d orbital in presence of NH3, now it is behaving as a strong ligand. Why? Because coordination number of cobalt is 6 and it is in +3 oxidation state. Okay, so look at the distribution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the 6 electrons in d orbitals are distributed in T2G orbitals like this. Coming to the calculation of CFSE, number of electrons in T2G, 6 electrons into minus 0.4 delta O units plus 0 into 0.6 delta O. So 6 into 0.4, 2.4. So minus 2.4 delta O units plus 0. It becomes equal to minus 2.4 delta O units. Okay, understood, students? Am I clear? So this is the way we calculate crystal field stabilization energy of various complexes. So the first complex that we have learned is, what is that, students? K3FeCN6. Okay, and the second one is CrCO6. And the third complex that we have learned is CONH3 6Cl3. Okay. So hope I made the calculation clear to you students. So practice well, learn well and watch the video completely till the end. Thank you.